Salvador Brigman here from crowdcrux.com, and today I want to talk about how you can raise money for your personal expenditures with crowdfunding. Your personal expenditures can include education-related costs, travel expenses, emergency expenses, memorial funds. There are a lot of different things that fall under the umbrella of personal crowdfunding. And the reason I lump all of these together is because you would use a website like GoFundMe for these different types of costs. And GoFundMe isn't the only site out there, but I would say that it's the most popular. There's also Fundly, there's YouCaring, there's Indiegogo's generosity platform. One of the newer crowdfunding platforms out there is Plum Fund, Deposit a Gift. There are a whole slew of personal crowdfunding platforms that you can use to raise money for personal expenses. And in majority, the differences between these platforms are, one, the user interface, how it looks, how it feels. That's something to take into account. If you're gonna have donors coming to this campaign page, you want to have something that looks nice, something that you're comfortable with. So pay attention to the comment section, pay attention to how the video looks, pay attention to really the funding meter. How do people see that there is progress and more donors coming into this campaign? And even the social sharing buttons, I think, matter. The other way that platforms differ are the fees. Not every platform has the same fee that they're going to take when you use their platform to raise money. Some platforms have a percentage fee, a percentage of the overall money that you raise. Other platforms actually are gonna charge the donor or are gonna suggest a certain donation upon their checkout. And finally, some platforms actually don't have any fees. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of your own research looking into these different platforms to see how they differ. But I've also put together a new Amazon ebook that pretty much breaks down in depth the differences between these platforms and the one that's best for you. So if you want to check it out, I'll link to it here. I'll also include a link in the show description if you want to check out that Amazon ebook. The next step is to really get an understanding of how donations online work. And I think out there, the media really creates this image. Like they're like, oh, you're gonna launch a crowdfunding campaign, you're gonna have just like donors piling in from the actual platform, you're gonna have donors who discover this online, you're gonna have lots of strangers giving money. It doesn't work like that. And I don't mean to be a downer, but I do wanna set some realistic expectations going in that you're not just gonna see money coming in from the sky. You're not just gonna see strangers discovering this campaign and giving money. While yes, that does happen for some campaigns, they are the outlier, not the norm. The media also really glamorizes these types of campaigns, and historically, they have a story that connects with lots of different types of people, like a homeless man turning in money, or a member of the Boston bombing victims really asking for help with their medical expenses. It's really a story that resonates in the greater media landscape. For the majority of personal crowdfunding campaigns out there, you're gonna see your donations coming from your social network and the social network of your friends. These are friends of friends, people that share your campaign, people that maybe know you from your local church group, that know you from an organization that you're a part of. It's really coming from your first and your second degree connections. And for some of you out there, that's really disappointing to hear. And I'm sorry if you're not willing to promote your campaign or talk about your campaign with your friends, with your family, with different organizations you're a part of. If you're not willing to share this on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on any networks that you're a part of, don't do it. Personal crowdfunding is not for you. Just leveling with you here, it's not gonna work out. I mean, you can try and launch a campaign, but you're not gonna see the results that you want. If you are willing to talk about this campaign, to share it, to explain really why you need this money, then I do think that this is something you should look into. The bread and butter of getting people to take action or give money online is twofold. Number one, you have to understand the emotions that prompt giving. And what I'm about to say is gonna be a little bit controversial. I might get a little bit of hate on this, but I honestly think that people give money for selfish reasons. They give money because it feels good. While yes, they may want to help out a friend in need, really, there's been a lot of relationship building that has gone on up until that point. That friend has contributed to their life, they've made them laugh, they've made them just have a good time overall, and because of that, They want to preserve the relationship. They want it to go forward. They want to help out that friend. People also want to feel like they're a good person. They want to give money to make a difference. They want to see the results that money generates, and they want to feel like they're a good person for having done so. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I think this is just human nature, and that's okay. But you, as a campaigner, have to be very aware of these emotions. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times I'll see people give money to a campaign, and the campaign creator doesn't even think to thank them. If you don't show appreciation or thanks for that person giving money, you're not allowing them to feel like a good person. You're not allowing them to have the psychic benefits of giving money. And they are far less likely to talk about your campaign on Facebook, to share it, or to give money again. So you must have an appreciation strategy when you're trying to get people to take action and give money to your campaign. You have to thank the existing donors. You have to give them shout outs. You really have to make them feel special. But here's another example of being aware of the emotions that go into giving, particularly giving money online. Let's just say that you come to a campaign page, you don't see any donations, you don't see that anyone has backed this campaign. You kind of know the person, you're not the closest friend, but you are a friend. Are you going to give money? Research and my own experience says no. More likely, you're going to wait until that campaign has a few donations, and you're also probably going to come up with some kind of excuse or some kind of reason not to give money at that time. People feel strange about going into a restaurant that doesn't have other people eating there. People feel weird about doing something alone. It feels socially awkward and not very socially normal. But if you see a slew of the other people that you know having given money to this person, you are far more likely to then give money. So this makes sense to have a soft launch or a strategy where you get your closest friends, you get the people that care most about you to give money on day one, so that when your not so close friends come to this campaign page, they're more likely to give money because they see other people doing so. Not only does it create social proof, not only does it seem more socially acceptable, but there's also a little bit of peer pressure. It's enough social pressure where it's not something that's creating feelings of guilt or really hurting that person emotionally in any way, but it is giving them the incentive to make that leap and actually dive in and give money at that point in time rather than waiting for later. So you need to be very aware of the emotions that you're creating in the people that you would like to give money. These are the very broad strokes of launching a personal crowdfunding campaign, but I have gone way more in depth in my new Amazon ebook where I lay out pretty much step by step how to do a personal crowdfunding campaign and lay out the blueprint that you can copy to run one successfully. I hope that it's helpful. I also hope that this video was helpful for you if you're looking to launch a campaign on GoFundMe, Fundly, or another personal crowdfunding website. If it was, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. You can also leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Thanks for tuning in to this YouTube video, and I'll see you next time.